A massive 51-27 win here 12 months ago. That's one of the men who did most of the damage, OLSEN. He's on the inside, the ex-world champion skipper of the Coventry Bees in grid 1. Next to him, in the blue helmet colour for Leicester, the Norwegian signing Tom Goddell. Grid 3 will have Mickey Bell in yellow and black for Coventry, and on the outside, Leicester's Australian John Titman. Heat number 1, remember, 4 laps, 3 points for a win, 2 for a second, 1 for a third. Titman from the outside and OLSEN from the inside, and Titman for Leicester shows in front around the second corner. Second place OLSEN, third there is Bell, and at the back it's Tom Goddell. But Titman in front for the Lions, leading the former world champion. And the Leicester crowd are loving that. Titman and OLSEN both intercontinental finalists at the World Championship this very weekend in Denmark. And they're having a real old tussle up front in Heat 1, aren't they? That's the battle for the leading place. OLSEN trying all he knows, locking back on the inside. Titman really going very, very well here, though. Now OLSEN will try to lock back under him. There he goes, and it's getting very, very tight as they go into the last lap. Tremendous battle. Now OLSEN trying the outside run, and Titman has spotted him. Really is super Speedway to kick off this Golf Finish League match. Titman still leads. OLSEN switches inside, but Titman takes it. 3 points for John Titman. 2 for OLSEN, 1 for Mick Bell at the back there. But that really was a cracking start to this local derby between the Lions and the Bees. Heat 2 coming up, the points shared in Heat number 1. Remember, in Heat 2, we have on the inside there for Leicester, their Polish wonder boy, Jerzy Rembas. He's in the red helmet colour. Next to him, in the yellow and black helmet colour, a Czechoslovakian, Jiří Stancel, surprisingly down in the reserve slot for Coventry Bees. Grid 3 has John McNeil in blue, and on the outside, it's Frank Smith in white for Coventry. That's the lineup. This is Heat number 2. The Leicester pairing who show up front. McNeil leads, Stancel making a bigger run around the outside there, moves into second place, but it's McNeil who leads for the Lions. Second place Stancel. Now here comes Stancel again around the outside in the yellow and black helmet colour. In fact, it was Frank Smith who made the initial probe for the Bees, and now it is McNeil leading. In second place Stancel, third is Smith, and Jiří Stancel, this Czechoslovakian, really going wide out onto the fence and lucky to hang on there. Well, the action's really coming up thick and fast here. John McNeil, number 7 for Leicester, from Victoria in Australia, and a member of the Scunthorpe side on loan in the National League, and he's riding a fair old race here in Heat 2. He's got Frank Smith in second place, and Jiří Stancel, the Czechoslovakian number 1 and a former world finalist behind him. He's round the last 2 corners, and this is an impressive win for McNeil, yes indeed. So a good race there for McNeil and Leicester. Points again divided, and it's still 6-6 progressively. Heat number 3 coming up. Alf Busk, the rider in white for the Coventry Bees. In his second year in British League racing, a Dane, a prodigy of Ole Olsen. This is Mitch Shearer in yellow and black, the current Australasian champion. He indeed is sort of multiple national, Mitch Shearer. He was born in Australia, but his father's Scottish, and he now rides for New Zealand by residential qualification. So on the inside, Heat 3, Alf Busk. Next to him, it's Neil Leakes in blue. In grid 3, it's Mitch Shearer in yellow and black, and on the outside in red, John BOULGER, the Leicester skipper. Heat 3, the points still 6 apiece. That's a tremendous start from Mitch Shearer from grid 3. Shearer leads it. Now BOULGER going around the outside there and squeezing past him down the back straight. Absolutely neck and neck into the bottom corner. And BOULGER has gone around the outside as sweetly as you're lucky to see. He leads it. Second place is Shearer. Third place is Busk. Way at the back is Neil Leakes. But Johnny BOULGER setting him alight here on his home track, Blackburn Road. The distances there. Shearer's now about 5 lengths back, trying all he knows. BOULGER, one of the most experienced Aussies in British League Speedway. He's been here for a decade or so. Comes from Adelaide. but has lived most of his time over here in Logging, near Nottingham, just down the road. Good old steady performer, just over a pint of flu, but certainly doesn't seem to have slowed him down much. So they're spacing themselves out here a bit, but it's going to be an impressive win for Boulger. There's the flag master, Paul Johnson. Good win for Boulger. Second place was Shearer. Third was Busk. 3 points to each side again. And we're still level as your Devils on 9 apiece. Heat 4 brings the introduction of one of the big idols of the Blackbird Road crowd. There on the inside, the number 1 Finn, Ela Taroma. He'll be riding in red. Next to him in yellow and black, Czechoslovakian Jerry Stansel for Coventry. Grid 3, we're going to have the rider in blue there, Jerzy Rembas, from Poland indeed, riding for the Lions. And on the outside, Midland lad Alan Molyneux for Coventry in white. So, a bit of an international cocktail here. We've got a Finn, we've got a Czechoslovakian, we've got a Pole, and we've got a Midlander. Heat number 4, score still level, 9 apiece. Anxious moments here, and away they go. And it's a tremendous start from the outside and from the inside. Taroma and Molyneux together. Ela Taroma taking him very, very wide. There's about half a length in it, but it's Taroma who pulls clear. So once again, Leicester in front and the 2 Coventry Bees tucked in behind. But not a lot to choose between all 4. You can see them there going strutting away down the back straight on this big racy, pacey Blackbird Road circuit. It really is a smashing racing track here. They're going more or less flat out around here, something like averaging 50 miles an hour. And the battle beginning to brew up at the back here, as you can see. There's the distances. Taroma in front, Molyneux and Stansel have Jerzy Rembas right on their back wheel as they move into the last lap. That's the leader, that's Taroma. Then the Bees are behind him, and Taroma really looks very sharp, very nearly made the world final last year. And he's going to take the checkered flag. A win for Taroma, but the Coventry boys tucked in behind him. So, once again, points divided, and still the scores level, 12 to each side. Well, there's a colourful character in World Speedway, Paul Johnson, the flag marshal, in fact, from Western Australia. He's on duty here tonight, adding some flamboyance, and he indeed will be the flag marshal at Wembley's Golden Jubilee World Final this year. Heat 5 coming up into line. Still nothing to choose between these 2 sides at all. Leicester have provided all the heat winners so far and all the last places. 12-12 the score. Heat number 5 has on the inside Ole OLSEN, the redoubtable Great Dane from Coventry. Next to him in blue, Leicester play their reserve John McNeill, an impressive winner in his first outing. Grid 3 will have Mickey Bell for Coventry, and on the outside, John Boulger, who recorded a very, very fast time winning his first race. So heat number 5, Boulger and OLSEN, perhaps the boys to watch for, the inside and the outside respectively. Oh, OLSEN's made a tremendous start from the inside, and Boulger has missed it. So it's OLSEN leads, Bell is second, now Boulger going down the inside, splitting up the Bees. He's gone under Bell, OLSEN still leads. Boulger is second. Bell has been shoved over out of the way by John Boulger. So at the moment it's a 4-2 to the Bees as McNeill just slides gracefully to earth down there on the bottom corner. Only 3 still going, and it's OLSEN leading. John Boulger going after him hard. Third place Bell, but it looks like the Bees are going to break the deadlock here in heat number 5. OLSEN, tremendous stylist, so very quick. Lots of people's favourite for this Golden Jubilee World Championship, and he really is going some, isn't he? Boulger has tried hard, but he hasn't really recovered from that pretty disastrous start. Making sure that OLSEN knows he's there. Paul Johnson does some flamboyant flag waving, but that's a win for OLSEN. Second place, Boulger. Third place was Bell, just going over the line there. It was the remounted John McNeill, but that's 4-2, the points in favour of the visitors, Coventry, and that means they move into a lead by 16 points to 14.
John Boulger, you missed the start there completely.
Yes, I did. A bit unfortunate. I did a bit in the first race as well, but I made it up in the first spin. This time I didn't.
And you're chasing Olsen this time?
Yes, yeah. I lost a bit of ground in 2 laps with him, then I changed my line and caught him up, but it was too late then. Plus, once you've missed a start, it's very hard to pass a bloke of his calibre.
And of course, that's the first heat that Leicester have lost tonight, and because you've taken last place in all the heats as well, you're now behind in the match.
That's right, yeah, very unfortunate. I always watch the first 3 heats with Leicester, and I usually get a fair idea how we're going to go, you know. And if our boys can buck up a bit and get a couple of 3rd places at least, you know, then we're definitely in for a win.
Well, you said you watched the first 3 heats, and that tells you how Leicester are going to go,
right,
so...
Yeah. I'm a little bit worried.
Heat 6 with the Coventry side 2 points in front. Their noses just in fresh air. On the inside, though, we have now John Titman for Leicester, a race winner last time out. Next to him, Frank Smith from Coventry. Grid 3 will have Tom Goddell from the Lions, and on the outside, Alan Molyneux from Coventry. Heat number 6. Got a bit of a fly from the outside, but Titman counted him up to that first corner. Titman leads it, Molyneux going around the outside. In 3rd place it's Goddell. So Leicester 1st and 3rd, and if they stay like this, it'll level the score again. Well, John Titman really is riding well, an Australian from Brisbane up there in Queensland. He joined the Lions, a big money transfer buy from Exeter Falcons during the winter, but he really has shown world class here at Blackburn Road this year. John Titman. These machines, of course, 500cc. They have no brakes, they have a fixed gearing, and pound for pound, just about as powerful as any piece of machinery in the world. Great shots of Titman. He really is carving it all out here in heat number 6. Tremendous start. Coming at us sideways around the last 2 corners. Titman's going to win it. Another very polished ride. 2nd place was Molyneux. 3rd place was Goddell. That was an important 3rd place as well, and an important win from Titman. So that levels it up again at 18 apiece. Heat 7, 18-18 the score. On the inside for Coventry, Alf Busk. Next to him in blue, John McNeil. Grid 3 has Mitch Shearer, and on the outside, Ela Taroma for the Lions. And it's Taroma and Shearer who get away together. Oh, Taroma got a bit of a shove out there on that first corner, and it's the Bees up front. Shearer leads it, Busk is 2nd, and Taroma going tearing after them. Looks as though he's got vengeance in his heart, and he's run into 2nd place. And there really was some spectacular cornering from the Finn. He didn't like that knock on the first turn one little bit. Now he's chasing hard after Shearer, and Shearer looked to be the man that gave him the elbow. They come tearing past us here. Oh, duck out of the way. They're going very, very quickly indeed. And Shearer's in trouble. Shearer has stalled around there on lap 3, and that's a good lap for Leicester, and the fortunes really have changed. There's Shearer. Now Taroma up front, and McNeil is getting up into 2nd place after Busk. There's the leader, Taroma looking over his shoulder. Plenty of action there. Taroma goes on unconcerned. There's the flag, and McNeil switching to the inside of Busk, not quite doing it. Noble effort from the lad, though. So dramatic. Heat number 7, a win for Taroma right from the favour of the Lions. Remember, they're down in a respectable mid-table position. They've had a couple of pretty dodgy years here at Blackburn Road, but very much picking up. Coventry Bees well poised for a swoop towards the Golden Jubilee League Championship. Heat number 8 will have on the inside John McNeil, who really has been a lively reserve for the Lions. He'll be in grid 1. Next to him in grid 2, Mick Bell. 2 3rd places for him. There's McNeil on the inside. Next to him, Bell. In grid 3, it's going to be Tom Goddell in the red helmet colour, on the outside, Jerry Stansel, the Czechoslovakian number 1. Rather surprisingly down in the reserve slots for the Bees. Heat number 8. That starts so rifle. That's a tremendous picture as they roar away. And it looks like the Leicester pair in front. It is indeed. Leading is Goddell. Now going around the boards is Jerry Stansel. But it's Leicester 1st and 3rd. And we've got a battle on this time. Stansel trying the hard outside run. Goddell leads it, so it's the Norwegian in front of the Czech at the moment as they go sideways into the pit corner. It really is terribly close out there. Speedway racing in the Golf British League at its very best as Stansel tries to lock back on the inside. Almost takes McNeil's front wheel off. He's back in third place. And you can still throw an army blanket over all four. Well, Goddard still holding on up front. Stansel still right on his exhaust pipe. In third place, McNeil. Into the last lap. Remember, it's 347 metres around this banked, very racy Blackburn Road Circus, and now Stansel must make his big efforts around these last two corners. But Goddard is going to be squeezed out right on the line. Is he? Oh my word! They were absolutely locked together as they went over the line. In third place, it was McNeil. I wouldn't care to call that one. Well, it was Goddard, in fact, who just held on by about the width of a tyre there. So 2 more points in favour of the Lions. That's 26-22 progressively, but that really was a race to remember. Heat 9 coming up. Leicester Lions just edging in front by 4 points, and the Coventry team manager Peter Adams makes the gamblers throw here in Heat 9, bringing in his reserve Jerry Stansel. He'll be in yellow and black there. The white helmet for Coventry Bees. Local lad, a lace maker by profession. Alan Molyneux on the inside. Next to him, Neil Leakes for the Lions, just joined them from Milden Hall in the National League. Grid 3 has Jerry Stansel, the reserve, coming in an attempt to regain some ground for the Bees. And on the outside, Johnny Boulger for Leicester. Heat number 9. Just watch that clutch the left hand as the tapes go up. You'll see they just absolutely let them fight, let them go. And they're really ducking and diving into that first corner. Boulger goes high, wide, and very handsome around the outside as the Bees attempted to scissor him. Boulger was alert to the move, switched direction, and really rode a quite beautiful first and second corner. Well, John Boulger, very experienced. He's making it show this evening too, because he really was aware of the intentions of the Coventry pairing. Switched around that first corner, and he's leaving a mile behind now. There's the distance you can see. John Boulger is actually steaming away. There is Molyneux in second place. In third place, it is Stansel, but he's in trouble. And Neil Leakes has slipped through into third place. Boulger's up front. Plenty of time to look over his shoulder. And the Lions are beginning to roar a bit. A win for Boulger. Second place, Molyneux. An important third place for Neil Leakes. Another 4-2 heat win. The Bees looking pretty powerful, though, with OLSEN coming into grid 1. Next to him is Tom Goddard. There's Goddard in grid 2. Grid 3 has Mitch Shearer in yellow and black for Coventry, and on the outside, undefeated so far, John Titman for Leicester. So this one could really be a bundle of mischief, because we've got the Coventry 1 and 2 against the undefeated Titman. Heat 10, 30-24 the progressive totals, and Heat 10 with an awful lot to race for. Oh, Shearer was the impatient one, and he was lucky to escape not breaking the tapes there. Certainly coming to the ball now a bit. Heat 10. Titman from the outside. Tremendous start from him. Titman leads it. Second place OLSEN. Third place is Goddard. That's a surprise. And now Shearer getting up around the outside of him. But Titman really is looking supreme. Tearing into our cameras here at Blackburn Road. I'm sure you're all ducking at home as these boys go hurtling around Blackburn Road Stadium. John Titman really showing the way home to Ollie OLSEN, and he's doing it in tremendous style. Shearer's slid up into third place. Titman, oh, he's in a little bit of trouble there, but held on bravely and beautifully. Titman is holding the former world champion. No argument about it. OLSEN has gained precious little ground on him by every inch of these 4 laps. And now OLSEN trying the inside dive, but he can't get near him. And just you listen to this Leicester crowd now as Titman takes a checkered flag. Second was OLSEN. Third was Shearer. Titman held out the two mighty Bees. The score is still a 6 points difference, 33-27, and the Leicester crowd loving that. and top star Ole Olsen. Just 3 races left. They're 6 adrift, 33.27. Olsen spearheading their attack in Heat 11. It has been raining a little bit in between those races, so track conditions liable to be just that little bit more sticky as we come into Heat 11. The Bees have made another tactical substitution, bringing Alan Molyneux into the yellow and black helmet colour, so they really are chucking everything in here in an effort to rest the points. The Bees have had the better of these exchanges recently, but Leicester are really perking up now. Heat 11, they have on the inside John McNeil. Next to him, Olsen. Grid 3 has Ila Taroma. He's unbeaten so far for the Lions. And on the outside, Alan Molyneux. So Heat 11 could be a crucial one. And it's Olsen from Grid 2 who gets there first to the corner. Second place is Taroma. Coming around the outside into third place, it is Alan Molyneux. So it's Coventry first and third at the moment as Olsen stretches away. Saw quite clearly there Taroma whipping his hand up to remove his outer layer of goggles. It's a bit wet and sticky now, as we mentioned, and the flying shell can blind you, and Taroma is gaining nothing at all on Olsen. Ole Olsen, a giant of World Speedway, always a favourite for every major event. That's Olsen in front, then Taroma. Third place, a bit of a battle brewing up there as Molyneux holds off young John McNeil, but Olsen is totally in command of Heat 11. Oh dear, you can see how slippery it's getting, and Olsen is in terrible trouble. They're almost stopped, but had time to spare, not looking at all happy then, and that was interesting. On the last corner there, Olsen seemed to slide out towards the fence, looking down somewhat mysteriously towards his motor. 4-2 Heat win, though, still 14.
He was well enough behind, I could slow up a bit, you know. So
Was it the track that made you go slow there? You just a little bit worried for a moment?
Yeah, it was the track, yeah. It's very greasy, Gary, going into the corners, and you don't want to have it stupid falling off in the last turn, so I slowed up a bit, and then I looked back, I saw they were cautious as well, you see. So I knew there was no risk there.
We've had a little bit of rain here, and suddenly, as you say, the track is changing.
Well, it's a shale-type track, you see, and this, which is clay-based. And you can imagine when the clay gets a bit wet, you see, it gets very greasy. So, and tonight the track has been hard and slick, so it doesn't tolerate very much rain. Normally, if they know it's going to rain, they have a bit more dirt on, you see, and it can absorb it. You get away with it.
But you got the points there, and that's all that counts at the moment.
Yeah, you see, it happens fast, because now they have to have a bit of bad luck. One falls off, or if the tracks, you see, and you're in trouble.
What's going to happen now then, Ollie?
Well, we're going to have a 5-1, I'll have to say that.
Track conditions getting unpredictable, but predictably we're going to have quite a climax here in the last 2 races, because just 4 points separate the sides. This is Alf Busk, one of the Coventry riders in Heat 12. So a quick look across the line. On the inside, Neil Leeds for Leicester. Next to him, Alf Busk. In Grid 3, it's John Titman, who really has been in commanding form, unbeaten so far in red. And on the outside, Alan Molyneux for Coventry. 35-31 the score, and Leicester will be looking towards Titman to anchor Heat 12. Well, once again, Molyneux seems to be getting a little bit of a roller there, and it's allowed Busk to get clear. Busk it is who leads, and Titman going after him, and conditions not exactly conducive for easy passing, and down goes Titman there, and my word, how did they manage to miss him? Going into that third corner, John Titman paid the penalty on the top surface here, which has got icy and rather dicey, and that's let the Bees in. It was a miracle they missed him, but it's Busk out front. He leads it. In second place, it is Molyneux. In third place, it is Leeds. And as Ole Olsen said, anything can happen here. Now, the climax is coming. And this race, this 5-1, if it stays this way, they're spaced out all over the place, all happening here. Into the last lap for Alf Busk. If they stay this way, that'll put the scores back level as the last race comes up. So here comes Busk around the last corner. Coventry fans rise to him. Second place is Molyneux. Third place is Leeds. And, well, the helmet colours on at a rakish angle, and Alf must be feeling pretty rakish as well, because that 5-1 has put us in to a last heat decider with the points all square at 36 all. Well, it's raining, it's cold, it's miserable, but we have got a Speedway match to warm us all up here at Blackbird Road, because this is the last race of this Golf British League fixture. The points are absolutely locked together, 36 apiece, so a last heat decider, and we could hardly hope for a better climax. And these are the riders to whom Coventry are pinning their hopes. Ole Olsen, their skipper, he's in the white helmet colour. Mitch Shearer is in yellow and black, so it's their numbers 1 and 2. Coming into heat 13, could hardly fall on a more capable pair of shoulders than these two as far as the Bees are concerned. Leicester have Ela Taroma, he's in grid 2, and it'll be Johnny Boulger, their skipper, on the outside, just coming into shot now. So remember, it's 36 apiece, 3 points for a win, 2 for a second, 1 for a third, remember. So a first and a third here necessary for either side to take the Golf League points. Inside it's Shearer, next to him is Taroma, grid 3 is Olsen, on the outside is Boulger, heat 13. Who's it going to be, Leicester or Coventry? And it's a terribly tight start, and Olsen it is who gets squeezed up. Shearer shows in front, in second place it is Boulger, and Boulger really got bolt there. Boulger gets bolt, and Olsen has come through on the inside. Now Boulger challenging back, but Shearer shows in front. Olsen is second, Boulger is third. It's Taroma rather than smoothed up. Boulger is in last place, Taroma is third. He was pretty badly bolted on that first lap there. As the action fired up thick and fast. And Coventry look like they're going to win it. There's Shearer in front, he made the all-important start. Olsen stepped in and took advantage. But Taroma really trying with all his big fighting heart. There's Shearer. Second is Olsen. They've come from nowhere with a couple of 5-1s in these last 2 races. Taroma still trying hard, and he's got under Olsen, has he? No, not quite. Well, Mitch Shearer hasn't had a very good night, but he's going to win the important one. Here he comes. A win for Shearer. Second was Olsen.